All right, in this video, we are going to work the following example. It says find the polar coordinates of a point with Cartesian coordinates 0, 5. And here they're asking us that the r be greater than 0 and theta be greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2 pi. So these two restrictions, right, are imposed because that will give us a unique answer to this problem, okay? In a previous video, we talked about the fact that there are infinitely many possible polar coordinate representations of a Cartesian coordinate, Cartesian point. So this will create it so that there's a unique answer if I impose these conditions. Okay, so let's go through this one. So the two equations that we'll need here are r squared equals x squared plus y squared, and tan theta equals y over x. All right, if those look unfamiliar to you or you want to know where they come from, I've talked about that in a previous video. So if you're interested in that, just take a look at those previous videos that were there that I've posted. And remember here, this is a Cartesian coordinate, so that's x and that's y. So for r, we go ahead and plug in 0 for x, 5 in for y. So we get r squared equals 0 plus 25. So r squared equals 25. And solving for r by taking the square root, we get plus or minus the square root of 25. So we have two answers here. R equals plus or minus 5. Okay. Remember back in the statement of the original problem here that we had, they require that the r be positive. Okay. So that means that we are going to go ahead and use the positive number. So here r equals 5. Okay. So we found r. Next up, we need to find theta. Okay, so tan theta equals, all right, it's going to be y over x. So that's 5 over 0. And here you can see that we have a problem, right? Because we are dividing by 0. This is undefined, okay? However, right, there are some values for tangents, right, on angles that are on the unit circle that are undefined, okay? So going back to this unit circle here, and again, I've talked about this in a previous video about this particular unit circle. This is just the standard unit circle, and I just took and labeled the each point with its tangent, right? And so we can see here's a place where the tangent is undefined, right here at pi over 2. And also there's another one down here, right, at a place at 3 pi over 2 where the tangent is also undefined. So if you get undefined in that calculation, that means that the angle is either going to be pi over 2 or 3 pi over 2 for theta, okay? So now the question is, well, which one is it? Is it pi over 2 or 3 pi over 2? And for that, right, you are going to go ahead and just draw the point out where it would be located in the Cartesian coordinate system, okay? So we have x here and y here. So our point is 0, 5. So 0, I would go 0 units in the x direction and then 5 in the positive y direction. So the point 0, 5 is going to be up here in the positive y direction, right, where it's located. So for our two choices here, right, we've got that the clear choice, right, between pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2 is pi over 2 because our point is located up here, okay? So in this example, right, it's theta equals pi over 2. All right, so the polar coordinate representation satisfying those properties that the r is positive and theta is between 0 and 2 pi would be 5 comma pi over 2.